Hello and welcome to BTAP Chronicles, and today's topic is electric vehicles.
Introducing the Mercedes AA Class, the first fully electric luxury sedan powered entirely by AA batteries. No more plugs, no more charging stations, just 9,648 AA batteries.
All of us have heard about electric vehicles in the last few years. But personally, if you ask me, I would think 100 times before investing in an EV in India. The reason is very simple. थोड़ी सी बारिश होती है, sometimes बिजली चली जाती है. What is the guarantee that on a bad day I will find a charging station? Also, most EV cars in India fall under the 15 to 30 lakh bracket, which is slightly high, and the mileage is 200 to 250 kilometers in a single charge, which is pretty less. Plus, charging takes time, and I would think, what if I'm hurrying up to office someday and the battery is low?
रहा नहीं जाता तड़प ही ऐसी है ना.
What if I get stuck on a highway with no charging station close by? And the last point, what if a petrol and a diesel generator is generating electricity to charge this EV? What benefit am I providing to the environment? So buying an EV in India can be a big decision to make. A 2017 Niti Aayog recommendation states that all petrol and diesel vehicles should be banned in India by the year 2030. But will it happen? To understand this, let's take a look back at a bit of environmental studies. Transportation industry contributes 16% of the overall greenhouse gases. Out of this, about 47% of the transport industry's air and noise pollution comes from cars and bikes. India has close to 10 crore cars, bikes and trucks, which generates a lot of pollution and greenhouse gases. Globally, there are 120 crore vehicles in the world generating tons of pollution, which is the reason 196 countries in the world came together in 2016 and signed something called the Paris Accord. Paris Accord's main motto is to limit the increase in average temperature to less than 2 degrees every year. क्योंकि अगर ये नहीं हुआ तो वो दिन ज़्यादा दूर नहीं है जब हम अंटार्कटिका में पेंगुइन्स के साथ बैठ के सनबेथिंग कर रहे होंगे. India also signed the Paris Accord in 2016 and as part of its initiative introduced schemes to promote electric vehicles for public transport and consumers. The government initially set up a policy to invest close to 1200 crores to develop charging station infrastructure in the country, which also helped develop the EV industry in India. In 2018, the government also released a document which outlines the standard and guidelines for EV charging infrastructure. The guidelines also required a charging station to be present every 25 kilometers along roads and highways. This was part of Government of India's National Electric Mobility Mission Plan. India also promoted the transition from BS4 to BS6 technology while skipping BS5 to reduce the carbon footprint. Along with this, the government also incentivized buying EV cars and bikes, and you can claim a tax benefit up to 30,000 rupees for bikes and 1.5 lakh for cars. There is also tax exemption for up to 1.5 lakh for road tax registration. GST on electric vehicles has been reduced from 12% to 5%, and GST on chargers and charging stations for EVs has reduced from 18% to 5%. So if you buy an EV, a car or a bike, there is a 3 to 4 lakh benefit in owning an EV and up to 40,000 benefit for owning an electric bike, and you can also save your fuel by 75%. Plus, the government is also providing tax benefits to set up charging stations. Though still at a very nascent stage, the government's efforts have been fruitful, and the sale of EVs has tripled in the last 3 years to 3 lakh new registrations last year. Recently, Ola revealed its version of Ola scooters priced at 1 lakh, and there are almost close to 24 new EV models which are expected to come in the next 2 years. The manufacturers include Mahindra, Tata, Suzuki and Nissan, and the much hyped Tesla models expected this year. Recently, Tata and HPCL recently signed a deal to set up charging points at close to 18,000 HP petrol pumps in India. It has also been stated that India will be a manufacturing hub for electric vehicles within the next 5 years, with several countries not wanting to deal with China after the COVID-19 crisis, which can be an opportunity for India. So while it does seem that the government has plans to increase EVs in the market, India does face major challenges. The primary problem is that EVs run on lithium-ion batteries, and India is not a large producer of lithium in the world. This is the reason lithium-ion batteries have to be imported from other countries, and since these batteries have a lot of taxes, close to 18% GST, the price of the overall vehicle goes up. Nevertheless, India is set to become a major player in the global transition to electric vehicles. Hopefully, we might see a day where there are more EVs in the market. Please do share your views on whether you would buy an EV in India or sunbathe with penguins in Antarctica. Thank you so much for watching Meetup Chronicles. Please click like, share, subscribe for more.